We are the first indigenous company that manufacture and shipped out of this country. From Roadmaster tires, we started galvanizing and corrugating iron sheets. We started manufacturing rubber solution and patches they use in patching tube and tire. From there, as the company continued growing, we get into manufacturing of wheelbarrow. Wheelbarrow itself. During our working time, we had nearly 400 staffs because almost all these industries do 3 shifts.
Hello guys, this is Creative Law TV. Guys, today we are live and direct in Awka-Etiti. Yes, look at here. When you look at, you see White House everywhere. Yes, we are in the residence, in the compound of Chief J.S.O Nnoruka Dunuokaigbo of Awka-Etiti. Dunuokaigbo 1 of Awka-Etiti. He was founding father, People's Club of Nigeria, Awka Group. He was once chairman, Lagos Broad People's Club of Nigeria, national patron, People's Club of Nigeria. We are here to meet his son, Osimiri. Who is his son? We're here to meet him so that he tell us a story about his father, how he founded his company, how he was able to make this kind of money and build this kind of massive building everywhere. But before that, let's just check out this building. Come. So every house inside this building is white. In Awka-Etiti, when you come to Awka-Etiti, just say, I'm going to White House. They will take you directly to this place. This is Emmanuel Lodge. This Emmanuel Lodge, he built it in remembrance of his dad. So that's why he put the name Emmanuel Lodge. Come here. So in this compound, all his children have house. Every of his children have his house inside this building. Villa. So this is one of his sons. He built this one for one of his sons. So this Emmanuel Lodge, like I said, was given to one of his sons. And come. This is massive, man. This is old money. His company was... They call it Roadmaster as of 1940, 1950. This man is making them into production of tires as of that time. Come. So, just look at it. So, this one was the one he built. This is where he was living. And before he built the main one. So come. This is massive, man. Your father built
all these houses.
Because here it looks like estate.
That's exactly what it is. For all his children to live here.
Okay. Okay. So this story building, how many rooms is it? The white one?
That is his final retirement place. Has only 2 rooms.
Huh. Just look at how big this White House is. Only 2 rooms. Just imagine. This is massive, man. So, what about this one?
This was the second one he built.
Okay.
And when he moved to that one, he gave my immediate elder brother that is late.
Okay, he gave this one to him. Okay. So that means all of you people have houses inside this?
Yes. But he still left some lands for us. If you are not happy here, you can go and build.
You can build the one you like, anywhere you like. So the Emmanuel Lodge, because I saw Emmanuel Lodge there.
Is the one he gave to me.
Okay.
The Emmanuel Lodge, Emmanuel is his father.
Okay.
The name of his father is Emmanuel.
Okay. That is in remembrance of his
father.
Okay. All right.
My names are High Chief Chuma Nnoruka Dunuokaigbo. Ebe unu batara kịta bụ compound late Chief J.S.O Nnoruka Dunuokaigbo Awka-Etiti. Founder and owner of Roadmaster Industries / Roadstar Industries. Before the Civil War, My father was living in Aba. We are all born and brought up in Aba. That is myself and my other 6 siblings. We are all born in Aba. And my father was a trader in Aba, dealing in bicycle spare parts. That is before the Civil War. He imports and sell bicycle spare parts. So after the Civil War, or during the Civil War, we now move back to the village where we are now, Awka-Etiti. Then, when he was living in Aba, most of his merchandise, he made sure he converted them from Aba to Awka-Etiti. During the war, he was selling them bit by bit to make sure we keep body and soul together. After the Civil War, he had a pickup van, that's 404 pickup or whatever you call it then. So he used that pickup. He used that pickup with his driver that came with us during the war. The driver was applying between Onitsha and Awka-Etiti as a transporter. Later that year, in about, this thing started, the war ended January 1970. By February, the driver started operating, getting in some money. That is where we were getting some Nigerian money then. By April, my father took a bold step. He said he's going to Lagos to know whether he can meet some of his old contacts. And he loaded the pickup with some of the bicycle spare parts he had in the village with the driver. When they got to Niger Bridge, then there wasn't any bridge. They used the marine to cross them. So he went to Lagos. When he got to Lagos, it wasn't easy for him. He started by sleeping in the pickup in somebody's building very close. People he know from there. One of our townsmen accommodated him where he was sleeping, running around, meeting his contacts, getting to people like Michelin and Dunlop, who recognizes his contribution before the Civil War, and they decided to reabsorb him as a distributor. So he was collecting their tires, Dunlop and Michelin, selling, and become one of their big distributors. From there, he started making contacts to India, because before the Civil War, he was getting most of the spare parts from India. He happened to get to one of his friends called Mr. Goyal, an Indian who manufactured bicycle, almost all the spare parts of bicycle. So when he heard my father's voice, he said he's coming to Nigeria to see him. When Goyal got here, he saw him. They talked. After that, both of them went to India. The man started shipping things for him. He was selling, paying him, selling, paying him, till that is from where we got the name Roadmaster. The man's company in India is called Roadmaster India.
Okay.
So my father told him that since you are brain behind what we are doing here, this will be the Roadmaster Nigeria. That is where he got the name Roadmaster from his friend Mr. Goyal. So along the line, he met his childhood friend, Mr. C.O. Mr. C.O. had got nothing doing. So they went together, even got to their house in the village. Mr. Ezenwa's mother liked my father to a fault, that he tell him that anywhere you are going, you must take
My son.
my son, he's your brother. That's how my father took him to Lagos, and they agreed to form a company together called Josiah and Cornelius.
Yeah.
So from that Josiah and Cornelius, they started trading. They then started expanding. But as God could have it, whatever my father does is always documented. Because when he started this business, he is the owner of he brought the money. Then he told us and say, now we are going to get loan from the banks. So we need everybody to bring his property as a collateral. Now before the Civil War, my father had 3 properties, 2 in Aba, 1 in Onitsha. Ezenwa only have 1 where he lives in Onitsha. So along the line, my father told him, if I'm going to put my 3 properties on for this business to get loan, you have only 1. We should take this thing in percentage. It will not be of equal share because I'm taking more risk. Then they agreed. Then in Josiah and Cornelius, Ezenwa had, I think, 30%, while my father has 70%. That was agreed and put into pen and paper. Because of his cash, his property he committed. Mind you, I told you before the Civil War, my father already have 3 properties. The one in Onitsha is number 16 Emo District. The one in Aba is 58 Eche Road. That is where we were born. From 58 Eche Road, he built 73 Hospital Road. That is exactly where we were living before the Civil War, before we ran back to the village. So after the war, he went and renovated it. Because of this property, he was able to borrow money from the bank. That is when bank deal with people that have record of honesty. So that is how the whole thing started. He now told Ezenwa, this my friend, Mr. Goyal, I will introduce you to him. He brought Mr. Goyal and told him, we are going to get into manufacturing business as they grow. The name of the company that will use in manufacturing will be Roadmaster, because this man has been instrumental to where we are today. When they started Roadmaster Industries, they wanted to take a technology one by one. They felt that the only cheap and easy technology then was from Taiwan. Through his contact, he got a Taiwan partner who later helped us to set up Roadmaster Tire and Tube. So we started manufacturing bicycle tire and tube. From bicycle tire and tube, we got into motorcycle tire and tube. From motorcycle tire and tube, we start doing car tire and tube. From there, we started making wheelbarrow tire and tube. So in 19, I can either 75 or 85, should be 85. My father exported tires because then our tire was, because of the kind of natural rubber we have in Nigeria,
Yeah.
it was better than most of the ones they manufacture in Japan. So we are shipping wheelbarrow tires from here to Japan. We are the first indigenous company that manufacture and shipped out of this country. From Roadmaster tires, we started galvanizing and corrugating iron sheets. When I mean galvanize and corrugate, you know the zinc they use in building houses, not the aluminium now.
Yeah.
We get it from cold roll sheets, cut it to size, it comes in black, galvanize it, and put ridges on it. That is the gutter you see. We started doing that. From there, he got to his friends in Japan, who now say, since you are manufacturing tires, you can now do adhesive gums. So we started manufacturing rubber solution. You know rubber solution, what you use in patching tube and tire.
Yeah.
We started manufacturing rubber solution and patches they use in patching tube and tire. From there, as the company continued growing, we get into manufacturing of wheelbarrow.
Wheelbarrow itself.
Wheelbarrow itself. Since we are doing the tires, it's easy for us to do the wheelbarrow. We started manufacturing wheelbarrow and wheelbarrow components. So we are doing the wheelbarrow and wheelbarrow components with the tires till, should I say, when devil struck. You know, when people started progressing, advisors start coming from different ways. But as God could have it, everything my father was doing with his partner, Ezenwa then, was in black and white, written and signed and registered. Ezenwa did not tell his advisors how they started, and that those things are being documented and registered. They looked at him and said, is it not the company other people are doing that you people are doing? Why does he take an upper hand? That the best thing to do is for you to go to court. That is where we started having the first problem. He sued my father and said he wants the companies, he has less percentage because as they got into company, you buy shares.
Yes.
So he wants it to be liquidated. He mentioned about 3 companies he wants to be liquidated and the other ones to be shared. My father told him it's not possible because we had a gentleman agreement that says when any party is not interested in continuing with the business, he will first of all offer his shares to the other party to buy. Where the other party fails to buy, you can now go public. So based on that, we went to court. That's exactly what Keep Roadmaster is. While we are going to court, court now stops our production, the raw material, the finished goods. They appointed the Yoruba judge appointed a Yoruba receiver manager. The receiver manager came in, sold all the finished goods, started selling raw material to an extent that he started selling our vehicles. After that, he went to the money they have in the account, finish it. By the time we finished from High Court appeal, because my father won in the High Court, they told him, since you are not interested any longer, you should now offer your own shares to your partner. We went to appeal uphold the decision. We went to Supreme Court uphold the decision. So now, order the court to get a valuer to value the company. Once they value the company, whatever his own share is, they should offer it to my father to buy. And you know, these things are not like what happened in 2 days. So after the valuers came with a figure, went to court, based on the percentage, they asked my father to buy. My father told them that he hasn't got such amount to pay him off. But let him pay under 10 years with interest on every year. He will pay a lump sum, then the other one should be paid. So that was agreed. A lump sum was paid. On getting to next year, he went to court again, said we either give him his complete money, or we sold the company and take his complete money. That one again took us all the way to Supreme Court. When we get to, I think, appeal or Supreme Court, they ruled that they gave my father time to pay him off. My father used his position and some of the judgment to borrow money again to pay him off. So when he paid him off, I thank God, before my father died, he was able to settle whoever that gave him money. So as we stand, during our working time, we had nearly 400 staffs, because almost all these industries do 3 shifts. Tire and tube, zinc, adhesive gum, wheelbarrow tire, wheelbarrow itself. So they do 24-hour shift. So we are really progressing till the devil struck. So that is the history. So as I speak to you now, the Roadmaster Industries, among the judgment given, because he contested that we should not answer Roadmaster, since Roadmaster is what all of them were known. No problem. My father registered Roadmaster Industries.
Roadmaster.
So everything Roadmaster, everything belonging to Roadmaster automatically is owned by Roadmaster Industries. So that is the position now. So every property belonging to Roadmaster then, both the factory, the building, and every other thing, now was transferred to Roadmaster.
That company, is it still in existence? Is it still functioning?
The company is no longer functioning, because after the court cases and every other thing. We tried, myself and my siblings, to restart the company again. But unfortunately, most of the machines become very obsolete.
Okay.
We made series of trips to Taiwan and Japan. We brought them down to come and see what we have on ground. The advice is that we have to discard it. If we want to start it again, it should be all over. But had it been we were walking all through, it's something you change while you walk. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying.
I get your point.
You remove this, you replace this,
Yes,
you know.
not buying the
whole, exactly. So that is the position. So since it's no longer working, the whole thing is shut down. But unfortunately, the wheelbarrow factory was taken, part of it was taken for the second Niger bridge. Part of it was taken for the next second Niger bridge, which the federal government paid percentage based on the one they took. The remaining one is still part of our property. All the property is there. All the industries are still intact.
Just that it's not on operation.
It's not functional.